In the 2000s, there were numerous ways to watch automotive content on television. From the more popular hits like Pimp My Ride or Top Gear to Overhauling and American Chopper, most networks had some way to give audiences a more journalistic view of the automotive industry. While today we have content creators on YouTube like Doug DeMuro and his quirky reviews on cars, or Matt Armstrong and his restoration of wrecked cars, most automotive creators today use a concept that was popularized in the 90s and 2000s. One TV channel to bring automotive content into one place was none other than the Speed channel. One memory with this channel that I can think of off the top of my head was watching Pink's with my brother. And if you've seen any 1320 videos, Pink's was very similar in concept. Two racers barreling down a drag strip to see who is the fastest. But as automotive content shifted to being more internet accessible, essentially YouTube, the Speed TV channel would fade only to be rebranded multiple times. What happened to the Speed channel, and why was it an important milestone to the automotive industry? The 2000s era saw mainstream success with automotive content. There were a lot of avenues to watch automotive content, one being the Discovery Channel where they showcased American Chopper. But one channel in particular that would bring the mainstream success would be the Speed Channel. It was a space for gearheads around the world to come together and tune into all things motorsports. Speed would also push the next wave in automotive content that you can find on YouTube today. So how did the rise and success of this channel happen? In the mid-90s, Speed, otherwise known as Speed Vision of the time, would be conceptualized by ESPN executives like Robert Scamon. It would be released as Speed Vision Network. Speed Vision would host numerous documentary-like content focusing on things like automotive auctions and history of some of the most successful racing teams. But as Y2K was around the corner, something big would change what Speed Vision was. In 2001, Speed Vision would be acquired by Fox, changing the landscape of automotive content overnight. Fox's success with Fox Sports and gaining the rights to broadcast the NASCAR events would then be used to push a new wave for NASCAR on Speed Vision. With the success of combining Speed Vision with NASCAR, Speed would showcase extra NASCAR details about its racers and cars, creating a fan base with the TV channel. Around 2003, Speed Vision would then be renamed to the Speed Channel due to the success of NASCAR racing. But it wasn't just NASCAR that would be featured on the TV channel. Speed would still have more reality-based TV shows like Pink's, but also host racing events like Monster Jam and MotoGP. In the 2000s, if you just wanted to sit and watch all things automotive, Speed would be the go-to channel, similar to what you can find on YouTube today like Throttle House or Mighty Car Mods, where two guys come together to either build or critique cars. With the success of the Speed channel and the use of showcasing racing events, documentaries about the automotive industry, and reality-based shows about car builds, it would be the one-stop shop for gearheads. In the beginning of this video, I mentioned I would watch the Speed channel with my brother. The channel was a way to bond with relatives or friends that were more mechanically inclined. You could walk into a mom and pop shop that specialized in repairing cars, and typically the Speed channel was on the TV in the waiting room. And the channel, while you were waiting for your car to be repaired, was either showcasing racing events, or the shop itself was using the TV channel to create a more friendly atmosphere amongst gearheads who knew about the channel. The Speed channel itself also brought success to automotive magazines, but after the 2010s and the rise of streaming, the channel would start to fade. If you wanted to find anything automotive, YouTube would be the first place to go, whether it be how-to videos on how to repair your car, or just watching racing events with somebody who had a first-gen iPhone. The popularization of automotive content started to stream on YouTube. And you could say the success of the Speed channel and other automotive content on television would become its downfall. In 2013, Fox would announce that the contract renewal for Speed would officially end, and the Speed channel itself would be rebranded in some form, either being Fox Sports or Fox Sports 1, 2, or 3. This was due to the rise and accessibility of free automotive content. To the fan base of Speed, things would just not be the same, as most content that was showcased on the Speed channel would fade with it or be reshaped in ways fans did not agree with. This can be seen on some Reddit posts with people expressing how they missed certain features that the Speed channel offered that hasn't been brought back, or just how they missed a designated channel for gearheads alike. But not all things are doom and gloom, as the Speed channel has been brought back in recent times with the networks like CTV Speed channel, which appears to showcase the content gearheads have come to know and love in the 2000s. Now, as I'm recording this video, it doesn't appear that they are showcasing like current racing events, and it just appears that they are showcasing older automotive content like Monster Garage with Jesse James, or just really old content that gearheads really consumed in the 2000s. The Speed channel was and has been the outlet for all things automotive. From racing to working in a garage, fans around the world would come to watch for its relatability and features with motorsports that many other TV channels did not offer at the time. Speed would also be the forefront to the automotive industry we have today on YouTube, and would be the highlight to multiple content creators. It was not just a channel for gearheads. It was and still remains a community for the people that remember.